Welcome back to another season recap. I'm Leah Bogosian. I'm here with Coach Glenn Cox. Coach Cox, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Great. You're welcome. So tell us a little bit about your whole season, your season as a whole.
Well, it was a roller coaster ride. I mean, it was we had a really young team this year, and they came in and performed well, and we had a lot of different lineups this year. We had our lineup change throughout the season a bunch, which shows just the kind of type of depth that we wanted to have on the roster. Because we had people that stepped up. We had one major injury, season-ending injury earlier in the year to one of our key players, and we had other people that stepped up and came in and filled shoes. And in practice every day, it was a battle, and people pushed each other. The leadership from top to bottom, was great. It was just a good team effort. It was a fun year. I mean, we finished, to win the conference and be as young as we were was a huge accomplishment for this group. And then to make the region final and have a shot at making the Elite Eight was really pretty awesome to do. So.
The underclassmen had to play through some rough conditions during the Sweet 16. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I mean, we worked hard to try and host, that regional, and we ended up being the second seed, and the number one seed gets to host.
Yeah.
And Wingate has always done a super job hosting, and they brought in a crowd. They brought in one of the biggest volleyball crowds that I've ever seen in D2 volleyball. I mean, I think they said 700-800 people were there in that small arena. Which means it's an average size arena, but it was just packed, close quarters. Everybody is there. It was really a loud place to play. It was something that we haven't seen all season.
Yes.
And to play in that environment against them in the final on their home court was, it was definitely worth a few points for them. They won. A couple of the games were 2-point games, and and you got to give their crowd a credit. And I mean, props to their lacrosse team. They came in there and just really, they ramped up the volume of that place big time. So, it was a fun environment. Like I love playing in that type of environment, and we were hoping to, we quieted them down a few times, made a few little runs, but it was good. It was a good experience for our girls to go in and have to do that, and it was good, but we hate that the result didn't come out the way we wanted it to, but it was. It was a fun experience, and that's what the national tournament is supposed to be like. So.
Yes. So how is the reaction of everybody playing in that intense condition?
Well, it freaked a few people out, I think. I think that it took just some people getting used to being in it. It definitely affected the communication on the court a few times. Mm-hmm. We had a few really uncharacteristic communication errors whenever it was just so loud, and you say, hey, go, and they're like, huh? Because it's so loud. Because it's just so loud in there. It's hard to communicate.
Yeah.
But it was all right. It was good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking forward to hopefully being favored to win it this next year, and hopefully have that kind of crowd here cheering for us when we play in the region final next year.
Yes. So speaking of next year, you'll have 4 seniors.
Mm-hmm.
With everyone's experiences, the underclassmen on the team, how do you feel like they will play?
Oh,
with having that experience from the Sweet 16 and also the Elite 8 in the past.
That group's they know what it takes, and they'll be there to help guide and lead and set the tone all year, because we've got a really, we've got 5 incoming players. This will be the biggest roster I've ever had in the fall.
Wow.
And the deepest with talent that I've ever had here, and it will be. It will literally, we should charge admission to our practice because the battle for starting spots on this team in the fall is going to be insane. It's going to be so much competition, everybody pushing each other. As long as everybody keeps a good positive work ethic and attitude, it's going to be a phenomenal year. And that group of seniors will be there to kind of guide and set the tone every day in practice, and help remind people what it takes, and help pull us through, because we had some tough road games this year, and to be able to win some of the road games we did this year, put us in a position to be a 2 seed at the regional, and helped us, win the league with a 3 or 4 game cushion.
Yeah, that was great.
Mm-hmm.
How many people are coming in next year?
Right now, 5.
Wow.
We've signed early.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
We've signed a good group of incoming players.
Mm-hmm.
Excited to see. They haven't been released yet, but I don't know if we can talk about them yet or not. But they have already signed. So.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. You were named Coach of the Year in the Peach Belt 3 out of 4 times. Congrats.
Thank you.
How do you feel about that?
Well, I mean, it's awesome. It's cool to be recognized, but that individual honor really comes down to what our team has been able to do, and my coaching staff, having Chip and Allie in the years past, and Jim this year. I mean, they're a big part of the reason I have that little trophy on my wall in the office there is because I've got a great group of support staff, and I've got a group of players that that put us in a position to do that. Whoever usually wins the league gets Coach of the Year, and I give all the credit to them for that one. So
That's great, though. Congrats.
it's nice to have. It is fun.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You also had 2 first-team All-Conference, Christine and Rebecca.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Tell us a little bit about that.
I mean, Christine had a breakout year. She's, she has developed into, an All-American type player and a Player of the Year for the whole league. I mean, she definitely came out of her shell, and just physically, she's struggled with some injuries, and this year she was able to come out and, credit to Brandon and the work he's done with her to get her ready to play this year and do what we knew she could do. Because we knew if she was healthy, she'd be capable of doing these things. And this year was great for her. Great for her confidence. Like it's going to be scary what she does her senior year now.
Wow.
And then Bex Bex is off the chart. She's now the school's or the volleyball program's first team All-American, which is it's a historic day for us. That's a really cool thing. And also to get a libero first team. Like liberos don't usually get first team. They usually go with the players that have more stats, more blocks, more kills. And liberos don't get a chance to get those. But she definitely she led all divisions in dig per game this year.
Wow.
So it's quite an accomplishment. She does some amazing things for us.
That's great. What would you do differently for next year to improve the team to get to the Elite 8?
Win 2 more points. That's it. Honestly, I mean, if we
they
do
did
that,
great, though.
if we do that, we're in a tie game, and make a few less unforced errors. I mean, we won't do anything differently. We just, if we can play this much cleaner, and just also a confidence level, like taking a group of youngsters up against a big group of seniors, a bunch of talented kids from Wingate. They're a well-coached team that, offensively, if they're on and passing well, they're one of the toughest teams in the country. And we are too, but, they got their home court advantage and got to win it this year, and we're going to, hopefully, I mean, that's what I want to do differently, is have home court advantage in regionals, and that will be huge for us. I know we've got the talent to win it. So, it'll be a matter of just having it on our home court, and even if it's not on our home court, being able to go out and, just compete, know we have the talent to do it. We will be deeper next fall. We'll be, we've got some unbelievable people coming in. I feel like, we're going to be stronger than we were this year because we returned so many starters.
Yes. So how important is your postseason experience?
Oh, it's huge. I think that it's a big confidence builder. It's you don't really know what the national tournament's going to be like, what's it going to feel like until you go and experience it that first time.
Yes. And
this year we just had a bunch of deer in the headlights. Oh wow, this is, man, I didn't know we'd be playing in front of this kind of crowd. And it was a eye opener for a lot of them, and even our upperclassmen. I mean, the team that made the Elite 8, that group of seniors, they've never played in front of a crowd like that. I mean, we've had some decent crowds here and on the road at Flagler and some other places, but we've never played in anything that crazy. So,
wow.
now I think they're pretty much prepared for anything.
They are. I'm proud of all y'all.
They're ready to go.
Congrats.
Thank you.
You made it. Thank you for another season recap. Tune in next time. Okay, I'm like, okay. Let me fix the hair.
I'm ready.
Wait, what am I doing?